Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Good to meet you this morning.
Nice to meet you.
Glad you came out for a tandem ride. I wanted to find out a little bit about you. Wondering if you have any background with aviation. Have you done any kind of flying at all in the past? Then about 18 years ago, I started flying these kind of aircraft.
Okay.
And I went up to the point of becoming a basic flight instructor in this kind of aircraft.
Okay.
So I got a little bit of time flying these things.
A little bit of time. Okay, good. Makes me feel good.
Good. The idea of this category is it's an aircraft for one person that's inexpensive, that's easy to get into, that's easy to operate, and makes it aviation available to more people this way. And the FAA has gone along with that idea and saying, okay, we won't do the certification on these in order to keep it simple and inexpensive. And that's the only difference.
Okay.
Okay? But the only thing they require is that everybody know that the aircraft's not certified, and that's the only reason I'm kind of going through that with you, because you're supposed to know that.
Okay.
Not because there's anything wrong with them. They're manufactured by an aircraft manufacturer just like the rest. They're good equipment. Just as an example, this aircraft is manufactured by an aircraft manufacturer in Italy.
Okay.
And sold the world over. So see, this is our Italian sports car, the Sky.
Got it.
So you're going to be riding in a very nice machine here today.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. So like I said, it's for one person. This one's got two. This is a special little exemption in this category because you have one pilot in the aircraft. The question is, how does the pilot learn to fly the airplane?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to learn how to fly the airplane.
Correct. Yeah.
So they do allow a two-place for the purposes of training, but only for the purposes of training. Okay. Once you're trained, you're by yourself. You can't carry passengers. So that means that today's flight is a training flight. It is a training experience. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to learn about the aircraft, talk about it a little bit. You're going to get a chance to see how we have it set up, how we take off with the aircraft, how we fly in the aircraft, fly around, how we come and land, basic general operations. That includes how the aircraft is steered in the air. You'll see that it's all very, very simple, especially the steering. You have a toggle on each side. You want to go left, you pull on the left one. You want to go right, you pull on the right one. Couldn't be more simple.
Right.
Okay? Very, very simple. It's so simple that you will have the opportunity, if you want to, and it's totally up to you, that you'll be able to steer the aircraft yourself some with my help. Okay. Just to get a feel for it and see what's involved. I'll show you how it works while we're up there, and I'll give you the chance to put your hands on the toggles, and I'll guide you through making some turns, and then I'll still stay on the toggles with you and let you go do the turns yourself, but I will be on the toggles with you the whole time, so you can't do anything wrong. Okay. I can always stop you or correct you as necessary, which generally there isn't much necessary because it's so simple. Okay, awesome. So that's what we're going to be doing today.
Sounds great.
All right,
I'm excited.
We have this back here, which probably looks a little bit familiar to you since you did make a skydive.
Yes.
Looks a lot like a skydiving parachute, which it is very, very similar. It is a ram air canopy, just like very similar to a skydiving parachute. Difference being, parachute is made to pack up small and open while you're falling through the sky.
Correct.
This one doesn't have to do that.
Okay.
So they can do some design differences in it, put in some actual structural members that makes it better as a glider. So the whole idea of this is being a glider. Then as things went along, somebody came up with the idea of adding a motor to it. Okay, so they came out with the motor, which is called a paramotor, because it goes with a paraglider.
Got it.
And the combination becomes a powered paraglider.
Okay.
Okay, things a little easier, they came out with the trike, which is a three-wheel conveyance. Put the motor on the back of the trike. Now we don't have to run anymore. We can simply roll for takeoff and landing. This is the easiest way to do it.
Sounds easier than running.
Exactly. That's the whole point of it. And it makes it a lot of fun. So that's what the aircraft is all about. Okay? Being that this is a two-seat, I will be in the back seat back here. You get the window seat.
Perfect.
Beautiful view you're going to have here. Wide open.
Awesome.
Okay? Be an absolutely great view. We'll put you in the front seat here. It's like putting on a backpack. Your arms go through here.
Okay.
Most comfortable usually is to have the arms on outside the frame, and you can hang on here, or drop down lower, whatever. You'll find there's a couple different places you can put it in. It's whatever's comfortable.
Okay.
Whatever's comfortable. We have some straps that will fasten in the front here, like this, to make sure that you do stay in the seat with no problems. Okay. Your feet will be on these pegs right here, nice, which is nice and comfortable. Now you do notice these pegs are attached to the front wheel and the front wheel moves. This is how we steer the trike on the ground.
Okay.
Okay? My feet are going to be on the pegs right behind yours here. And this is how I'm going to be steering the trike. So it's important to keep in mind when you have your feet on here that you do what we're supposed to be doing, which is just relax and enjoy yourself. Don't force down with your feet, tighten up, lock your knees, lock your hips, something like that, and prevent me from steering.
Okay.
Just stay relaxed and enjoy it. The helmets do have a comm system in there.
Okay.
So we have communications, we can talk back and forth. There's a boom mic in the headset. So it's important to let me know how you're doing. If there's something in particular you would like to do or would like to see, just communicate it with me.
Okay.
If there's something that's bothering you, especially communicate that to me so we can see if we can fix it, because we want this to be as much fun and as much pleasure as possible for you. It's all about you today.
Perfect.
Okay? So make sure to let me know what's going on, and if you are uncomfortable or if you're not enjoying it or whatever, you know, worst case, if you're really not enjoying it, we can always just come back and land. No big deal.
Okay.
And you can tell me that.
Perfect.
Of course, there's always the possibility of things malfunctioning. In the first place, with the engine running, it does get very noisy, and it can be a little bit difficult to hear on the intercom with all the noise. You know, you can just tell me, what? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
What I might do is just throttle back to make it easier for you to hear me.
Okay.
And then there's also the possibility that for some reason the communications could go out. And if that happens and you're not hearing anything, you just
Tap on the ear
tap
cup?
on the ear cup. I'm right here. I see you do that. I know you're not hearing anything. Well, if I haven't said anything for a while, I'll say, yeah, I'm still here. I'm still with you. You know, but if you still do that, then I know, okay, you're not hearing me. I'll let you know I understand by putting my hand up here and giving you a thumbs up.
Okay.
And we'll probably come back and land and see if we can solve the problem.
Okay.
Okay, so very simple if we should lose communications like that. Okay, so anyway, I'll get in, get the engine started up, do all my final checks, get ready to go. I'll give you a warning that we're going to take off, and as we do, I'm going to add a whole bunch of power, so it's going to get real noisy on the engine, and that prop throws a lot of wind into the paraglider. It rises up, and as it comes up overhead, I'm going to back off on the power. So you're going to hear the power go down. There's nothing wrong. That's how it's supposed to act. Okay? I'm just bringing the wing up, getting it up overhead, so I can get an inspection on it, make sure it's all inflated properly, make sure everything looks perfect. And once I'm satisfied with how it's inflated and that we're good to go, then I'll be rolling the power back on again to get the power to take off, and away we'll go. Okay? Very simple. Now, if when it comes up, I see something I don't like, just to be safe, if there's anything I don't like at all, we're not going to go. We'll go ahead and stop. I'll just come back off the power again, kill the motor, bring the wing down, and then I can take a look at, you know, whatever the situation may be, correct it as necessary, and we can go again. Okay? Perfect. Very simple. All right, once we do get it in the air, another problem that is possible, engines quit sometimes. It's rare, but on a rare occasion the engine quits. So what happens if we get up in the air and the engine quits? Well, remember how this sport started. It started without an engine. People fly with these things for hours with no motor.
Okay.
So all we're doing is we're reverting to that kind of flying if the engine should go out on us for some reason.
Okay. So it's still safe if the engine
So it's
dies.
still perfectly safe.
Okay.
People fly these without engines all the time. Okay? So all we'll do is we'll simply glide down to whatever field is handy and land in that field. And the biggest problem that we'll have is we may have to walk out of the field a little bit.
Okay.
That'll be our biggest problem if that happens. Okay? Very simple. All right. So I want to make sure, one thing that we don't want to have happen is you have something loose in a pocket and it falls out while we're flying.
Okay.
You're probably not going to find it again if that happens. But we also don't want it to hit any part of the aircraft or the prop or something like that. So we want to make sure you don't have anything in your pockets that could fall out. If you have zippers, go ahead and close the zippers on your pockets.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
I think I'm ready.
All right, I think we are too. So let's get you strapped in. You should just turn around,
Okay.
sit down, put your arms through the straps here, just like putting on a backpack.
Perfect.
Just so it stays where it is.
Are my hands okay right here?
Your hands are okay there. You can bring them up and put them here if you like.
Okay.
You can bring them in through here.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you find the most comfortable, any of it works.
Okay.
Okay? Your feet are there. Like I said, we're going to be steering like this. So that's what that's going to feel like.
Okay.
All right? And we'll snug that down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to tighten your headsets down now.
Okay.
And go ahead and adjust things around a little bit if you need to make it as comfortable as possible.
Perfect.
So we're turning on our power. And one thing we want to make sure is that there's nobody behind us where we can't see, so I'm going to yell out a little warning here to let everybody know I'm going to start the motor.
Okay.
Clear prop! And here we go. And we got the motor running. We're going to go for our takeoff in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.